In a 12-minute speech, Vladimir Putin addressed Russia's top military leadership with a message aimed well beyond the room. Speaking at an expanded Defense Ministry board meeting, Putin issued what amount to 5 direct warnings to NATO.
Dear participants of the Collegium, we know that behind the Kyiv regime is the potential of the member countries of the world's largest military political bloc, NATO. Large-scale military assistance is continuously flowing. Advisors, instructors, mercenaries are being sent, intelligence data is being transmitted.
Putin makes clear that Russia's objectives in Ukraine are fixed, whether achieved through talks or by force. He rules out a frozen conflict and signals permanent territorial control. For NATO, this fundamentally alters any future security framework for Ukraine.
The goals of the special military operation will unconditionally be achieved. We would prefer to do this and eliminate the root causes of the conflict with the help of diplomacy. If, however, the opposing country and their foreign patrons refuse to talk substantively, Russia will achieve the liberation of its historical lands by military means. The task of creating and expanding a buffer security zone will also be consistently solved.
Putin then shifts to nuclear deterrence, presenting it as the backbone of Russia's long-term security. He signals that new systems are designed to bypass existing missile defenses and lock in strategic parity for decades.
Successful tests were conducted of the unlimited-range strategic cruise missile Burevestnik and the unmanned underwater vehicle Poseidon. Through the use of nuclear power plants, these complexes will remain unique and one-of-a-kind for a long time to come, ensuring strategic parity, security, and Russia's global positions for decades to come. We will continue to work on these complexes. We will continue to refine them, improve them, enhance them, but they already exist.
Putin's most immediate warning is operational. He confirms Oreshnik, Russia's hypersonic missile system, is moving into full combat duty after already being used in battle. For NATO, this directly impacts planning for bases, command centers, and critical infrastructure.
By the end of the year, the medium-range missile complex with the hypersonic missile Oreshnik will also be put on combat duty. Last November, its combat use was conducted for the first time.
Putin then widens the battlefield to space, accusing NATO of deploying weapons beyond Earth and outlining Russia's plans to strengthen its own orbital military capabilities. This directly targets a domain NATO relies on for communications, intelligence, and navigation.
Today, we see that the geopolitical situation in the world continues to remain tense, and in a number of regions it is becoming simply critical. NATO countries are actively building up and modernizing offensive forces, creating and deploying new types of weapons, including in outer space. It is important to equip the orbital grouping with new generation spacecraft. As a result, the troops should receive high-speed and protected communication channels. The quality of their provision with intelligence information and accurate navigation data will increase.
Putin's final warning is about definition. By portraying NATO support as direct participation, he lowers the threshold between proxy war and direct confrontation. This reframing carries the highest escalation risk.
I have already said repeatedly, this is a lie, nonsense, simply nonsense about some imaginary Russian threat to European countries, but this is being done quite deliberately. At the same time, we realize that in any international situation, The key guarantor of Russia's sovereignty and independence, its security and future strategic parity remains our armed forces.
This was not diplomacy. It was a command briefing, framing the Ukraine war as a confrontation driven by NATO's military power operating through Kyiv.